What if some of the most powerful nutrition on the planet isn't sitting on a pharmacy shelf in a plastic bottle, but growing quietly in a garden, an orchard, or right there in your pantry? What if the plain foods our grandparents ate without a second thought could do most of what those pricey little capsules claim to do today? Most people never realize this. They spend hundreds of dollars a year on supplements while walking straight past the real thing in the produce aisle. Today I'm showing you 20 plant foods that will change how you look at nutrition for good. Stick around, because Food 11 is a tiny nut that packs more of one essential mineral into a single handful than most people get all day. And Food 17 is a fermented food that once kept an entire fleet of sailors alive when nothing else could. Hit that subscribe button and drop a like, because we post a new video every week about growing, eating, and living well through plants. Let's get into it. Here are 20 plant foods that can help you rely less on expensive supplements, ranked from surprisingly useful to absolutely remarkable. Brazil nuts. This large seed grows in the Amazon canopy on trees that can live for centuries, and it happens to be the richest natural source of selenium anywhere on Earth. One single nut can cover your entire day's need for this trace mineral, which supports thyroid function and immune health. A word of caution though, 1 or 2 a day is plenty, since eating a large handful daily can push you well past a safe amount. Pumpkin seeds. Most people scrape these out of a jack-o'-lantern and throw them away, which is a genuine waste. A single ounce delivers a huge share of your daily magnesium, a mineral tied to muscle function, nerve signals, and restful sleep, along with a solid dose of zinc for immune support. Roast a batch lightly and sprinkle them over salads, oatmeal, or soup. Lentils. Long before protein powders and iron pills existed, there were lentils, one of the oldest cultivated foods on Earth. They deliver plant-based iron, folate for building new cells, and protein and fiber at almost no cost. Pair them with something rich in vitamin C, like tomatoes or a squeeze of lemon, since that helps your body absorb the iron more fully. Kale. This tough, curly green has grown in gardens for over 2,000 years, and actually turns sweeter after a light frost. It's loaded with vitamin K for healthy blood and bones, along with vitamin C, vitamin A, and a surprisingly absorbable form of calcium for a leafy green. A single planting can keep producing new leaves for months. Sunflower seeds. Native to North America and treasured by indigenous peoples long before Europeans arrived. These seeds are one of the richest sources of vitamin E you can find. A small handful covers a meaningful share of your daily need, along with magnesium, selenium, and healthy fats. Keep them somewhere cool so those good fats stay fresh. Beets. This deep red root has become one of the most studied vegetables among athletes, thanks to natural compounds called nitrates that may help blood vessels relax and support healthy circulation. Roast the root, juice it fresh, or cook the leafy green tops, which are just as nutritious. Fair warning, they may turn things pink on the way out, and that's completely harmless. Chia seeds. Ancient Aztec and Mayan warriors carried these tiny seeds as portable fuel, and their name literally means strength. They're one of the best plant sources of omega-3 fats, and are extremely high in fiber, swelling into a soft gel when soaked. Stir them into yogurt or blend them into a smoothie rather than eating them dry. Spinach. Even if the old cartoon exaggerated the iron content, this tender leaf remains one of the most nutritious things you can grow. It carries folate, iron, magnesium, and vitamin K, and cooking it down actually concentrates its minerals further. Those prone to certain kidney stones may want to enjoy it in moderation, since it's naturally high in oxalates. Oats. A warm bowl of oats has started mornings for generations, thanks to a special fiber called beta-glucan that research links to healthier cholesterol levels. They also deliver slow-releasing energy along with manganese, magnesium, and plant protein. Choose old-fashioned rolled or steel-cut oats, and skip the sugary instant packets. Blueberries. Indigenous peoples across North America dried these for winter long before modern nutrition science existed. Their deep blue color comes from anthocyanins, antioxidant compounds being studied for their role in brain, heart, and healthy aging support. They freeze beautifully, so a summer harvest can last well into winter. Almonds. One of the oldest cultivated tree nuts in the world. Almonds are among the very best food sources of protective vitamin E, along with a solid dose of magnesium, calcium, and healthy fats. A daily handful adds plant protein and fiber, and research links nuts like these to better heart health. Store them in the fridge to protect their good fats. Sweet potatoes. Explorers and settlers relied on this root to survive, and it's easy to see why. That deep orange color signals beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A for healthy vision and immune function, with a single sweet potato often covering a full day's worth. A little healthy fat on top helps your body absorb it even better. Garlic. Ancient Egyptians fed this pungent bulb to the workers who built the pyramids, believing it gave them strength. Crushing or chopping it releases sulfur compounds that traditional medicine has long valued for immune and heart support, and modern research is studying the same compounds today. Let chopped garlic rest a few minutes before cooking to let those compounds fully form. Walnuts. It's almost poetic that this brain-shaped nut is one of the best plant sources of support for the brain itself. Walnuts stand out among tree nuts for their plant-based omega-3 content, and they're loaded with antioxidants, protein, and fiber. Research suggests a small regular handful may support both heart and cognitive health. Flaxseed. Humans have grown flax for thousands of years, weaving it into linen and grinding it into bread. The seeds are extraordinarily rich in plant-based omega-3 fats and lignans, along with soluble fiber for digestion. The key is grinding them first, since whole flax seeds often pass through the body undigested. Broccoli, often treated as the vegetable kids are forced to eat. Broccoli is genuinely a nutritional treasure. It's rich in vitamin C, vitamin K, and folate, and contains sulforaphane, a plant compound researchers are actively studying for its protective effects. Steam it lightly instead of boiling to preserve far more of its nutrition. Sauerkraut. During the age of sailing, a disease called scurvy killed more sailors than storms and battles combined, until one famous captain filled his ships with barrels of fermented cabbage and lost far fewer men to the disease. Fermenting cabbage preserves and can even boost its vitamin C while adding beneficial bacteria for gut health. Choose the refrigerated, unpasteurized kind to get those living cultures. Nutritional yeast. These savory golden flakes solve a real problem for anyone eating plant-based, since fortified nutritional yeast is one of the few plant foods that provides vitamin B12, a nutrient found almost entirely in animal foods. A spoonful covers a generous share of your daily need, along with other B vitamins for energy. Just check the label for the word fortified. Oranges. Wealthy families once built entire glass houses just to grow this fruit in colder climates. A single orange can provide more than a full day of vitamin C, the very nutrient that once saved sailors from scurvy, and it supports immune function and collagen production along the way. Eat the whole fruit rather than just the juice to keep the fiber. Moringa. We finish with a plant so nutrient-dense that people have called it a miracle tree for generations. The dried, ground leaves of this fast-growing tree carry vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, iron, potassium, and plant protein all at once. Anyone pregnant or on medication should check with a doctor first, since it's a genuinely potent plant. So there you have it, 20 plant foods that can help you lean far less on those expensive little bottles. Real, whole plant foods have quietly been doing the work of supplements for as long as humans have been eating, long before the first capsule was ever sold. None of this is meant to replace your own doctor's guidance. It's simply a return to the idea that real food comes first. Smash that like button if this video changed how you think about food and supplements. Drop a comment and tell me which food surprised you most. Team Brazil nut, Team sauerkraut, or Team moringa. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.